and it's really dangerous out here. So if I my stuff gets disconnected, then you guys will know why. So.
Yeah, I like seeing the cumulus clouds.
But yeah,
Really.
this is a very, very dangerous thunderstorm warning I am in. Hi, Jason. And it is very severe. I am in a danger zone of a tornado. Well, not a tornado. I was in a tornado warning. But this is a very severe thunderstorm warning. I am still in a very severe thunderstorm warning. So, yeah. And I had a tornado warning a few seconds ago. And I've like literally not even a second. My family was just getting ready to go to bed because we just thought it was just a regular thunderstorm, like per usual in the state of Tornado Valley, and then we get it, and my phone blasted with tornado warning, tornado warning, tornado warning. I'm like, oh well, fuck me. So we all go downstairs. Well, I was downstairs in the basement because I sleep in the basement, and it feels nice down here actually. And we were just sitting there. No sirens went off. If there is no sirens, that is very dangerous. So in the basement with others, no, this tornado is on the ground. If there is a no siren, if there's no sirens, tornado sirens, and we're getting a tornado warning, that is very dangerous. So I was literally in a life and death situation there. I was in a life and death situation right there. I thought I was gonna be done. Is there windows downstairs? Yes. So one of our windows is pretty sturdy. I promise you that. Ever back in the room, everyone's in the back in their rooms. No, the sirens weren't going off when the tornado warning happened. Usually, when I was living in my old town, the tornado sirens went off right at the second when a tornado warning was sent off. But that was a really dangerous situation there. I would have been screwed. Like, I would have been screwed. I would have been done. Like, it would have been the last day on Earth for me. If I was them, I would have just stayed in the basement just in case when you're asleep and you might not even know it goes off something. Yeah. What's the name of the character? It's my LC. It's my main LC. But we're not talking about about that right now. But this was a very severe situation to the point that I thought I was gonna die. Because that was a life. Okay, hold on.
I'm looking forward to today. This is probably the most I look forward to in a long time.
But yeah, I was in like a really dangerous situation. Because if the sirens didn't go off, and the only thing we knew that there was a tornado warning, and the tornado, we didn't know if there was a tornado right there, then I would have been fucked. Like, I'm a little traumatized about that.
That hard to do. About an hour.
Like, imagine you get a tornado warning on your phone. Okay, be ready. But then when you wait to get ready for the tornado siren, they don't go off.
I also want to be careful. Don't go too far west. We could get something out here too ahead of this.
Like the tornado siren did not go off. It didn't go off like it was supposed to. So I was actually in a really dangerous situation. So I was in a really dangerous situation. Like if that siren did not go off, I would have been done. You guys will never see me again. Because how was I supposed to know that would have been a dangerous tornado? How was I supposed to know that would have been a dangerous tornado? I'm glad phones work like they do now. Exactly. But whoever did not put on their tornado siren, I hope you know that you probably almost risk people's lives. Because if you don't have like tornado sirens on for in a bit after the tornado warning on your phone goes off, then that's really dangerous. Because that's really dangerous. So I am not happy about that. I'm generally not happy about that. But hi Shelly, I saw your message. You are really lucky. I know. I bet overseas people got hurt due to that. We were not in a very bad tornado warning. I don't know what EF it was. I promise you, I do not know what level of EF was. I don't know what the level was. It never said. But another town's over is having a tornado warning, and I'm praying that they're okay. Oh yeah, it's a huge storm. Like, I went to the lake today with my best friend, and we were just swimming, and we saw some dark clouds on like near the lake, and I was like, oh, we're gonna have storms, and she's like, oh, that's crazy. And so the next thing you know, I came back, I was eating supper because I made myself some pizza for supper, and literally not even a second, I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it, bro. Like, the only thing to do in my mind was to get my family downstairs. I had to run back upstairs to get my cat because we completely forgot about my cat. I love your art. We're not talking about the art right now. I literally had to run back upstairs to get the damn cat. So I would have risked my life out there if I didn't know what EF it was. And I still don't know what it was. I would have risked my life. My life would have been risked. Without even knowing. But, yeah, it was like, and all we're having right now is just rain. Yeah, really heavy rain, and then it's staying until 1. But yeah, I literally had to risk my life because I didn't even know what EF it was, and we were guessing, oh, it's probably an EF0. We guessed. We weren't 100% sure what it was, and we're still in a severe thunderstorm watch. We're now in a severe thunderstorm watch. So, I literally said I was genuinely cooked. And the only way that I kept my family, like calm was to be, chaotic about it. Like, well, this ain't our first rodeo. This wasn't our first rodeo. Like, I literally had to run upstairs. My brother was calling my name. Because he didn't know what I was doing. He yelled, like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm getting the cat. What time is it for you? It's 10:37 at night. But like I kid you not, I was like in the mid. I was like in a mid crisis. Like I would have been killed. I would have been risking my life just to get it saved. That damn cat. And I was calling for him. I was like saying Binks, Binks, and whatnot. And then I heard his caller, and I'm like, there you are. And I was like, you're not gonna like me for this. And I picked him up, and I ran downstairs. And he's not happy with me. He hates when people pick him up. He hates when people pick him up. And I told him, I'm sorry, Binks. We have to go downstairs. We're in a tornado. But yeah, after we saw the tornado warning was over, while we were still in the tornado warning, we saw that it's probably done for now. We went to record a video, which I can show you guys right now. I'm sorry, I just yawned there for a second. I'm sorry. Yeah. Gang, I'm low-key kind of...
Minden are all in a...
It's Holdridge?
Holdridge is homeless.
Fuck.
From the last time I checked it.
I gotta call my friend. No, I don't. I just live in the U.S. Tornado Valley. Come on, Kira. Kira cat. Okay, she couldn't answer me. Oh my gosh. Kira, if you're getting a tornado watch, be ready because that storm is really dangerous. I just got through that storm. It's really dangerous. I kid you not. It's really dangerous. And then be ready because you might get a tornado watch. And if it gets to a tornado warning, get to the basement or somewhere down because this storm is really dangerous. I just got through it and I'm still in a thunderstorm watch. Like it's dangerous. I gotta text Face. Face, I just got told that you guys are in a tornado watch, but if that turns into a warning, get somewhere safe, okay? Because I just got through that storm, and it's really dangerous. It's a dangerous one. But yeah, be safe. I am trying not to cry because I'm stressed. I'm literally stressed right now. I gotta get... Yeah, it was bad. It's huge. Like, I kid you not. Yeah, I just got a tornado warning back at, a couple hours ago, and then, it just stopped, back at 10 o'clock. But it was big. It's dangerous. I just got it confirmed. So I am letting my friends know that they're getting a dangerous storm. It's bad. But hold on. But I'm not showing where I am. But hold on. You want me to go to my camera? I want to go to my camera real quick. Okay. It's this huge. This was how big the storm was. This was how big it was. Yeah, we're probably getting hail. This is how big it was. And then yeah, it got really big, and then we got a oh my god. This is oh no. Oh dear god. Oh my god. Yeah, it was. It was like a great color. I hope my dad's okay. Oh my god. Oh dad, please be okay. Hey dad, I know you can't read audio, but hold on. Hey dad, I know you can't read audio, but please be okay. Please make sure you call. Because I just got out of that storm and I'm still in a thunderstorm watch. Please be okay. Oh my god. I'm like looking at it and there's a flash warning that oh my god. Oh, dad, please be okay, please. I need to know if my dad's okay. I need to know. He was supposed to call. These are kids right now. Oh, dad. It was so dangerous.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
Oh yeah, they're definitely getting hit. They're getting hit. It's so dangerous. It was huge. looking into the edge of it. Or we're still out of the fire watch. That's what the rate. Okay. So yeah, after I saw the tornado warning on my phone, I literally sat down. I actually sat outside and just watched the storm, which I'll show you guys again.
Oh, how I wish someone put their
It was like that. It was huge. Yeah, and I saw the rain uh movie like I'm trying to figure out like hold on. North, south, east, west. Because this is north, south, east, west, east. Okay, so west. It was the wind was blowing in west. So I'm like, and I looked at it, and it had a perfect sign that was the tornado was close. So I was like, shoot. And then next thing you know, the tornado sirens went off. I never show anything of my location, so I try. Right now, it is not in the mood. I'm not in the mood right now. It is not in the mood. Like the wind was blowing west. Like, and then I just stood there, realizing, the tornado could have been there. And I just watched the wind blowing west, and then next thing you know, tornado sirens went off. So I like, but the tornado sirens went off when the wind blew west. But it was so bad. And it literally said that a tree fell in a different town. A tree fell, and then another town had a tornado warning. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. If it's not us, then we're fine. And then I jinxed it. Why do I jinx shit? Okay, hold on. This is the raid, right? This whole part was moving this way. Hold on. This way. It was moving with this side. And it was like going this way. So that tornado could have been behind me. This is the house. Or in front of us. Behind or in front of us. And keep in mind, it did not tell. Hold on, let me see if I still have the picture. I gotta go to my files. That's perfect. Yeah, it didn't say nothing about the EF level of it. So it's a National Weather Service tornado warning is in this area until 10 p.m. Take shelter now in a basement or in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substructural shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So they knew that this storm was really dangerous. And my mom and I were joking because we got back downstairs after the tornado siren went off, and yeah, we sat downstairs for like a little bit after the tornado siren went off, and my mom's like, well, I'm going backstairs. If it blows me away, then it blows me away. I'm like, well, nice story, and we laughed, even though it was not supposed to be funny, but we try to keep stuff calm.
Every color hides one.
But like, oh, that could have been a terrible tornado. But like literally, yeah, I made a severe thunderstorm watch 211 remains valid until 1 a.m. and then it shows my town. Well, that's everyone. Oh no. Tell your mom, whoever's driving, to find somewhere to stay for now, because this storm is really dangerous. I just got past it. It is a very This is a very dangerous storm. But yeah. But yeah, the wind went like it went this way as well as the rain. Yeah, the rain and the wind will like wrap together and it moves that way. And I told my brother like, yeah, that I could have said that we gotta go inside, because my brother was outside, and we were just like, the funniest, because young Shelton coming to the rescue. That's crazy. Speaking of tornado, let's do a tornado fun fact for today. We're gonna do scary fun facts. Okay. Okay, but the devastating tornado in Gerald, Texas in 1997 and the Moore, Oklahoma City in 1999 demonstrated to many engineers, emergency managers, and meteorologists that were flaws in the original Fuji system in 2006. The National Weather Service unveiled the enhanced Fuji tornado scale based on the 4 years of research in 2007. This EF scale replaced the original EF scale in all tornado damage surveys in the United States. Overall, most tornadoes, around 77% in the U.S., are considered weak, EF0 or EF1, and about 95% of U.S. tornadoes are below EF3 intensity. The remaining small percentage of tornadoes are categorized as violent EF3 and above. Of these violent twisters, only few 0.1% of all tornadoes achieve EF5 status with estimated winds over 200 miles per hour and nearly complete destruction. However, given that an average of 1,000 tornadoes hit U.S. each year, this means that 20 of these can be expected to be violent and could be possibly incredible EF5. Oh, okay. Oh, where could it be? Okay, worst tornadoes in history. Okay. The number one, Tri-State tornado. On March 18, 1925, the deadliest single tornado in history of the United States occurred. The enormous storm affected people in Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, hence the name. As a result, almost 700 people were killed and over 2,000 were injured. The storm destroyed more than 15,000 homes and caused 1.4 billion in property damage. Okay. Tubely-Gansville outbreak. While technically more than one storm in April of 1936, an outbreak of tornadoes killed more than 450 people. This only outbreak where two separate tornadoes resulted from the same storm outbreak each killed more than 200 people. The storm largely impacted people in Tupelo, Mississippi, and Grainsville, Georgia. The Joplin The Joplin tornado. Jumping ahead in the history of May 22nd, 2011, a devastating multiple vortex tornado struck Joplin, Missouri. The EF5 tornado was nearly 1 mile wide and cut the path through the city, damaging 8,000 buildings. Sadly, over 150 people were killed and over 1,000 were injured. The Joplin tornado is the one only storm that makes both slits, in addition to the numbers of casualties damaged from this tornado reached 2.8 billion. It results in the largest insurance payout in Missouri history. More Oklahoma tornado. Just 2 years later, in 2013, an EF5 tornado, as in the 2023, the last tornado to strike the U.S. that was so rated, touched Moore, Oklahoma, and destroyed an estimated 1,150 homes and caused damage of around $2 billion. Okay, the British Greek Moore tornado. Back on May 3rd, my gosh, 1999, a powerful EF5 predating the EF scale tornado registered the highest wind speed over measured globally. The tornado adjusted portionally of Oklahoma City and surrounding towns. One town affected was Moore, which you may remember from up the list. You will be yet again struck 14 years later. Adjusted to inflation, damage from this tornado were around 1.5 billion. Okay. Okay. An average year, about 1,000 tornadoes are reported across the United States, resulting in 80 deaths and over 1,500 injuries. A tornado is violent, rotating column of an air extending form from a column-form cloud and in a contact with the ground. Okay. In the afternoon, the Gerald tornado. In the afternoon of hours of May 27, 1997, a large, slow-moving, and intense EF5 tornado caused extreme damage across the portion of Gerald, Texas area. Known most frequently as the Gerald tornado, it killed 27 residents in the Double Creek East States, and which at the time was a small subdivision located to the northwest of Gerald, and inflicted approximately 40 billion in damage during 13 minutes. 5.1 mile, 8.2 kilometers track. It occurred as a part of a tornado outbreak across the central Texas. It was produced by the supercell that had developed from an unstable RMS and variable meteorological conditions at the time, including a very high converting available portion energy (KAPE) values in the warm deep points. Also known as the dead man walking, if you guys do not know. 27 fatalities, 13 injuries, 40 million in damage. But this was known as the dead man walking tornado. We will mourn the loss of Michael Anthony Carmen Jr., who died in the tornado of Gerald, Texas, 1999. Ruth Ann Sheffield Carmon died 1997, Gerald tornado. Jason Marie Carmon, May 1997. Rain Will Edward Fillmore, 1997. Gerald tornado. Burns Angela Gaswit Gower, 1997. Brian Allen Gower, 1997. So these two were probably together. Audrey France Ego, 1997. Joan Litt Topham Ego, 1997. John Martin Ego, 1997. Larry Paul Ego. It's a family. Oh no, it's a family. This is a family, guys. Okay, let's continue. Larry Paul Ego. Paul Wesley Ego, 1997. Jonathan Lynn Kale, 1997. Billy Hardware Buddy LaFrance Jr., 1997. Catherine Lewis Cassie Perez Mayer, 1997. Catherine Ann Sidney O'Connor Morrig, 1997. Eric Ann Morrig. Keith Allen Morrig, 1997. Ryan Michael Morrig, 1997. Emma G. Spears Mullins, 1997. Frederick Jeremiah Ripley, 1997. John Anthony Ruz, 1997. Maria Odine Corpus Ruz, 1997. Michael John Ruz, 1997. Brandy Nicole Smith, 1997. Castra Leanne Sidney Smith. Stacy Rand Smith, 1997. Vicky Leanne Kell Taylor, 1997. Those were the victims of the 1997 Gerald tornado outbreak. They have died due to the tornado of the Gerald tornado, known as the dead man walking. No, it has been a rumor that if you have seen a dead man walking tornado, you would not survive. They died back in 1997. It's gonna be their anniversary. It's gonna be the anniversary of the Gerald tornado, 1997, May 27th. It will be upcoming um, we will mourn the loss of those 27 people who have passed away. But if I scream to the yeah. 3 families killed in the 1997 Gerald tornado are buried together in Georgetown. Oh no, it's a whole family. Guys, listen to this. 3 families killed in the 1997 Gerald tornado are buried together in Georgetown. This is a whole family. It's the Eagle Smiths and the Morgan Green families and interviewed the woman who coordinated their burials 25 years ago. So this was 3 families that died together. 3 families. Just think about that, guys. 3 families who had died from the Gerald tornado. Oh, El Reno. That tornado is such a fucking popular tornado. The El Reno tornado was actually the first tornado to actually kill a storm chaser. The Twist X, Tim Samaras, his 24-year-old son Paul Samaras, and the 40-year-old California native Carl Young died in the record-wide EF3 multi-vex El Reno tornado. They were unable to escape along the gravel roads as a funnel rapidly expanded to elope them. Jesus. And this was an EF3. So we'll be mourning the lost for Dustin Heathbridge, Doran Hamilton, Richard Henson, Corey Don Johnson Jr., Maria Paul Martin, William Rose O'Neill, Brandy K. Perry, Timothy Samaras, Paul Samaras, James Tilbert, Carl Richard Young. The Twist X should have just went in a different direction. But, okay. I saw it. I was little. I was living with my dad. We were living somewhere out of town. No, in a medium city. We saw... Hold on. I will literally show you what the hell we saw outside of where we lived. This was the fucking storm we saw when I was little. This is the storm we saw. This was the mushroom storm. We had this. It was so bad. It was terrible. I think that was back. Yep. Yeah. And I think this was around like 2016 to 2017 at most. Around there. But We were camping at the time. We were camping, and then my dad and me, my brother and sister, at the time, went to the store to get some supper for tonight. As we got back to the camp tent, we saw this mushroom cloud. This was a big storm that we had. I don't remember what year it was, but I knew it was way before I moved to Iowa. I can tell you that. I moved to Iowa. Iowa was not that bad. I kid you guys not. Iowa was not that bad. I loved Iowa, but the dumbest thing ever, and I am gonna tell the name of the town I was in, because it's a beautiful town. Spencer, Iowa, got me so mad. So, we had this huge rainstorm, and I think this was the closing end of school. I was in 3rd grade, and I was getting ready for school. Okay, hold on, I'll show you guys. Spencer, Iowa. You see this bridge right here? This is a river right here. This whole thing around 2018. Spencer was completely flooded. I was not living in Spencer at the time of 2024. We had a huge flood. It was so flooded. Hold on, I'll give you guys a better picture. This is what it was. And there's this bridge right here. This was the bridge, I think. I don't know where the bridge was. Yes, so the bridge was right here. I lived on this side, over here. I lived there until 2021, and we had this huge flood. I'm using this as an example. But this whole area, half area, completely flooded. It was flooded. So, me and my brother had to walk in the water to get to Days Inn. And the lady called 911 to get us to our school. And some of the kids, I did not know this happened. So I went to school in Iowa for my 3rd and 4th grade year. But yeah, my 3rd grade year, the Days Inn hotel lady, which we know very well. I love that lady, but she recently quit, sadly, when I came back. And I'm sorry, I had something in my throat. We walked to the Days Inn hotel. She called 911 to have us get a ride get a ride, because this whole part was flooded and no cars, like small cars like Nissan, those kind. You cannot drive those no more, not for a while. And it took like a couple weeks for it to unflood, and yeah. And I got a video set. This what happened back in 2024. I was living with my mom. Spencer was gone. Spencer was all gone. This was my home. This was my home, guys. I wasn't born here, but this was my home. No, it's fine, but yeah, this was my home. They lost lots of damages. It was so bad. The last flooding was back in 1953. And this was, it was. So this, yeah. Yeah, so I was only in one of the flooding with AJ. AJ. I'm gonna get my brother to explain the story. If he comes. Oh, it was Little Sook's River. Yeah, that's the river we're on. AJ! Yeah, this whole thing. Compare this. Okay, compare this to this. I'm trying to find 2017. I don't think they have a 2007, around 2018 to 2000. I don't know what year it was, but we had a flood. Me and my brother had to ride, I think it was a police truck, a police car, or was it a fire truck? I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah. This type of car, you cannot drive. You would completely submerge. If you had like the big cars, you would fine. You are fine. You are completely fine. Was any life taken? I don't see. Was there? I hope there was no deaths. Okay, let me check. Just in case, just in case. Oh yeah, that. So that was like 3 days. But okay. Let me explain it more clearly, because I don't think I was explaining it clear enough. Okay. So, hold on. This bridge we had right here. Jason, you know that bridge that was right here? Your background is gold. Thank you. There's this bridge right here. And the water, there's two. That's crazy. The water, okay. This was Bo Sook's River. Okay. So when I was living in Spencer, this whole thing was submerged. Like, this whole thing to like back here was submerged. And I lived in a plateau. I think that's what it's called. A plateau apartment. Fucking nice places. It was so nice. It was like a plateau apartment. It was super nice. 3 bedrooms. Okay. And we lived on the other side of Spencer. The other side had like Hy-Vee. I lived close to Walmart, Mexican mall, which is the Goodwill. That's what it's called. My dad called it the Mexican Goodwill. I'll tell you guys why. and we lived near Taco Bell. We lived near Burger King, which changed to a Mexican fucking restaurant that has a fucking indoor playground in, and whatnot. And I was close to Dayton. I was close to most of my friends. I was close to a Mexican restaurant and a Mexican store. I was close to anything. Like, walking to Walmart was such a walkable distance. But, yeah. I was so glad most of the flood did not reach to where my house or the other apartments were. Because we would have been fucked. Okay, I tell you guys that. We would have been genuinely fucked. And, I think this was way before COVID. The entire thing. Okay, hold on. For the bridge, right? You're talking about the bridge. So, the bridge... Fuck. So, the bridge is right here. These are Sioux River. And there's this playground on the side over here. This... to the back part... like here to this bottom part completely it was almost completely flooded, and we had I think it was either a fire truck or a police car, and we drove to school, and some of the kids looked at us and were whispering about it, and like most of the town on the other side is like flooded, so there was no way for me to get anywhere, and my dad was already at work. He brought his 1900s Nissan to fucking work while it was flooded. They should have canceled school. I don't know why they didn't cancel school because of that. But this was way back before COVID. And I came back from my mom's to my dad's. And the next thing you know, COVID fucking hit. But I was in 4th grade. And my class does this core website. I don't know what it's called. I just got the hiccups, my bad. Not COVID. COVID was funny, I'm not gonna lie, but people did lose their lives, in which we will pay respect for that. And, yeah. I was sitting in class, in my English class, or it was in my study hall. I don't know what it was called, but I was doing my homework. We were watching basketball because the teacher in there has basketball or volleyball on, and so we were watching and working on homework or watching the basketball game. My teacher got a call from the principal and said, hey, the kids need to go. And so the teacher told us, class is dismissed for today. I thought we got a free day off. And, yeah, my dad drove me home. I rode the bus home. Because I remember my dad being at work. Okay. And, after I got home, my dad did not get on his phone for a while. Because he was already home. He was sitting down, writing his notepad on the table in the kitchen. And I asked him what that was, and he's like, I'm gonna go get groceries. You need to stay here. You and your siblings need to stay here. Do not go on don't go on any channel that has breaking news. Do not go on any of that. Actually, I did not have like Roku and whatnot. I had Xbox and a DVD player. He told me because he left his phone, do not go on that phone. Do not look at the breaking news. And we were like, okay. And so we were just sitting, watching a movie downstairs in the living room. And then my dad came back, I think, back from Walmart. And then next day, okay? Next day. Next day happens. We don't go to school. So it was like, not gonna lie, I would have looked at the news. I would have too. I don't know why I did not do that. But next day, didn't have school. So I looked at my dad and I questioned him, why can't we go to school? And he didn't tell me until the next day, I believe. He told me that we are we're being, I think it was like a lockdown. I do not understand what was so obsessed with fucking toilet paper. I did not understand why we were so obsessed with toilet paper. Was it because of the symptoms that they wanted to know? The symptoms and whatnot? I had COVID like 2 to 3 times, actually. I'm not gonna lie. But that was when I was living with my mom. I had COVID like 2 to 3 times. I'm not gonna lie. Don't ask how I survived through 3 of them. I don't know how I survived two or three of them. But yeah. So my school told us that we could have our computers to do homework. So we did. We did homework. And then, we just had fun. But yeah. And then freaking Burger King shut down their playground. And then next thing you know, when I left Spencer to live with my mom again, because she lives in a different state, and I'm in the state right now, and next thing you know, Spencer shuts down Burger King, creates a Mexican restaurant with a playground inside, and we don't have Burger King there in Spencer no more. So I was the very last person in my family. Well, my family was the last people to have Burger King there. My dad, my sister, my brother, and me were the last people to have Burger King there. So, yeah. It's like cold on my back, but I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna end this stream for tonight. I am tired.